So Scott, a tough end to the match in Moldova on Friday night, but a great team performance to take us into tomorrow's match. How do you reflect on your first competitive match as Gibraltar's women's national team manager?
I think we're only positives. I think the disappointment subsided pretty quick after the game. Yeah, we've conceded late. Yes, the girls were devastated. There was tears shed, and it was very emotional for probably about 5 minutes. It goes to show when the penny dropped with them at what they'd achieved for the first 93 minutes of that game, and that they actually believed themselves for the first time. And I think that showed on the pitch, and then off the pitch as well. When they realised how much they come, they had their own personal win and their own team win, despite the result.
As you say there was plenty of positives to take away from the match in spite of the result. So which of those positive areas can we take from last week's performance can we take into tomorrow's game?
I think a team like Faroes, who's shown massive strides over the last few years in their men's and especially women's football, we're going to have to be very organised, we're going to have to be very fit, we're going to have to be transitioning very quickly throughout the game. So from the Moldova game, our organisation, our structural positioning was fantastic. We have to take that into the next game, and we probably have to step it up as well.
Yeah. So you mentioned there as well, that match was obviously very physically demanding. Can you give us any update on any injuries or any differences in that to the squad?
No, the squad remains the same. Everyone's fully fit. It's the first time we've come out of round one of games with no niggles, and that goes to show the work ethic and the hard work that the girls have put in with the gym programming, with the conditioning away from the field, as well as their club commitments as well. They're coming here in a lot better shape. Like I say, they look very strong for 90 plus minutes. It was just that last hurdle that we fell at the other day, with a bit of tiredness, and as much as anything, mental tiredness.
So the opposition tomorrow are obviously very similar profile to Moldova, who we played on Friday, but might be a step up from that based on what we've seen. So what differences are you expecting from the Faroe Islands tomorrow?
I'm expecting them to come here and be very direct. They're a very physical team. They show a lot of energy on and off the ball, so we have to match that. They have also lots of quality throughout their team. So the girls are being prepped. The girls are aware of what to expect. I think they'll come here now showing us maybe a little bit more respect after our last result and our performance. So we're expecting for it to be a cagey first 10-15 minutes, a bit of a battle, and when that settles down, we'll see how the game goes.
So a personal one now, you've personally been involved in some of Gibraltar's most important moments as a player, but where does taking Gibraltar's women's national team to their first competitive competition, how does that rank for you?
I don't think it's the case of the first ever game. I think it was after the game, the same as the girls when the penny dropped for them. I think it was seeing their development, seeing their progression over the last 2 years, from where they were on and off the field, physically and mentally, to where they are today, was just chalk and cheese. And it was fantastic to see, one from my point of view, but for them to see and feel it as well. So I think that's what ranked one of my highest achievements, especially from coaching and coming out of football and while I've been here in Gibraltar.
And finally, this match signifies the first ever competitive women's match at home on Gibraltarian soil in front of the home crowd. So talk us through how proud of a feeling that is for you.
I think it'd be amazing. I think it's not really something you think about at the time. It was something you reflect back on after the game. I think for the staff, for the girls, we were only concerned about the game, not the fluff around it. That all is what you reflect on afterwards when you see your family up there, when the girls see their family, maybe some of their kids, their relatives. So it's going to be a massive occasion.